إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا وسيئات أعمالنا. من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له، وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له، وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله صلى الله عليه وآله وسلم. أما بعد فإن أصدق الحديث كتاب الله، وأحسن الهدي هدي محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم. شر الأمور محدثاتها، فإن كل محدثة بدعة، وكل بدعة ضلالة، وكل ضلالة في النار. أعاذنا الله وأجارنا منه. أما بعد، يا مسلمين، brothers and sisters in Islam. Today, Monday, 12, 1444 after Hijrah. Inshallah ta'ala, we're going to continue our tafsir. This mosque, the blessed mosque, NUC, Tama, Abuja. We stopped on verse 108. So go to start 109, inshallah. The fact that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has mentioned that He alone can abrogate a verse, can erase a verse, and bring a new one. This verse can be abrogated completely, that without seeing any word or alphabet of that verse. And at the same time, the hukum also changed. But you can have a kind of abrogation where you do not have the wordings, but the hukum stands, just like the story of the fornicator adult to death. You can have, the wordings there, but the hukum is changed. All these are part of abrogations, where Allah says, "Ma nansakh min ayatin aw nunsiha na'ti bi khayrin minha aw mithliha." So this is not a new thing in Islam, because changing the hukum, the verdict, is just to simplify the practice for the Muslims. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. So now Allah is saying, do you want to ask, to question your prophets the way the Jews questioned Musa alayhi salam? They went to the extent of saying, let him show them Allah himself. That is the Jews. They know that Musa alayhi salam is a prophet. In fact, they asked him to pray to Allah of their prophets. But they still disobey him. And even want to show that sometimes he's just lying. He never, he has never seen God. Or he never spoke to Allah, but he will come back and say, Allah said this or that. Why don't he show them Allah himself? Let them see Allah telling Musa what to do. SubhanAllah. And then after that, now Allah is talking to the Muslims, the believers. Allah said, what the kathir min
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ود كثير من أهل الكتاب لو يردونكم من بعد إيمانكم كفارا حسدا من عند أنفسهم من بعد ما تبين لهم الحق فاعفوا واصفحوا حتى يأتي الله بأمره إن الله على كل شيء قدير.
Now Allah is saying to us, what the كثير من أهل الكتاب, a lot of the people of the book, that is the Christians, would have wanted لو يردونكم, they turn you back, they make you apostate, become mushrikun min ba'di imanikum kuffar. After you attain iman, you are not Muslims, but they will want that you become apostates, non-believers. After them in their anfusihim, because of jealousy. Why? Because they thought up initial that the last final prophet is going to be a Jew. So they all traveled, they all migrated from their various locations in the world and settled in Medina. Because all the signs or the etiquettes of the prophet, the last prophet, has been explained in their book. And where it's going to, arrive is also mentioned in their books. So they knew all this. So they started migrating. They migrated to Medina, thinking that one of the clans, the Jews, would produce the last prophet. But then, unknown to them, the last and final prophet is not a Jew, but an Arab. So they become jealous. They become jealous because they know whoever is the prophet, that man and his clan are going to lead the world. وَإِنَّهُ لَشَرَفٌ. He's, a kind of achievement to you and your people. If you are a prophet and an Arab prophet, then that means the Arabs will now lead the world because of you and Arab. And then all other tribes will follow. But for centuries, the Jews have been leading the world because the prophets produced were Jews. So, but now they see then the last prophet is going to be an Arab. And even us, the Jews, are going to be followers. They decided to say no, over their dead body. They are not going to follow any other tribe besides a Jew or Jewish tribe. That's why Allah said, حَسَدًا مِنْ عِنْدِ أَنفُسِهِمْ. Because of jealousy, they are jealous that now the mantle of leadership is taken from them and now given to the Arabs. And between Hajara and the other woman are four wives of Ibrahim alayhi salam. So the first wife produced the Jewish tribe, all the prophets there. So as they are four wives, they are rivals. But then this second wife now produced the Arabs. They are related, they are brothers, but they are having competition between them. And Prophet Muhammad is among the Arab prophets. So the Arab prophets and Jewish prophets are to be brothers. But then they have this competition between their mother and our mother, the origin. So that is also one aspect of it. That's the main in the opposite. So they said, okay, now prophethood has been taken away from my mother's womb and given to my mother's co-wife. So that means now we're going to be followers of that womb instead of our own. They became jealous. There are many reasons that you can see for this jealousy. After they have seen the truth in Torah, the book revealed to Musa. They have seen all evidences, all examples of the last and final prophets, and even where it's going to appear in Medina. The kind of town or city Medina is has been described fully in their books. That's why they went round the world and located Medina, said this is the place mentioned in our. So they decided to settle there, thinking that when the last and final prophet is appearing, is going to be among us, any of us. But unknown to them, the last and final prophet become an Arab. So they say, oh, no. They decided to avoid it. After the meaning of it. And they have seen this part in their book. Then Allah said to us, Fa'fu wasfahu. Fa'fu. Forget about them. Don't take it too personal. Wasfahu. Forget their excesses. Hatta ya'ti Allah bi'amrihi. Up to the time that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will come with his might, will come with his, punishment, will come with his, final word, or final action. That's Yom al-Qiyamah. Or before then, when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will send, reasons why we will fight jihad and they kill some of them and then force some of them into slavery. Or finally, at the end, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to punish them because they disobey his commands in their books and they now disobey the last and final prophet. So Allah can punish them anyhow. Either He allows us to wage jihad against them, or He punishes them Himself by sending natural disasters and accidents upon them, or finally, at the tail end, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to punish them يوم القيامة in hellfire. حتى يأتي الله بأمره إن الله على كل شيء قدير. Know that Allah has power over everything. Allah can do everything that He wishes to do. Allah does not do all things. There are things that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will never do. Like zoom, zalunci. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, Ya ibad, in one hadith al-Qudsi, O my servants, inni haramtu dhulma ala nafsi. I have made place that I will never cheat any person. Allah does not cheat anyone. وَلَا يَظْلِمُ رَبُّكَ أَحَدًا وَجَعَلْتُهُ بَيْنَكُمْ مُحَرَّمًا. And I made this one singular act haram amongst you. فَلَا تَظَالَمُوا. Do not cheat yourselves. So Allah does not cheat. There are things that Allah does not do. You understand? Allah does not do everything. No, there are things that Allah is above doing all these things. May Allah help us. Inna Allah la kulli shay'in qadir. Allah has power over all things. Allah has power. That is, He can allow it to continue to happen, or He can stop it from happening. If someone wants to cheat someone, Allah can allow it. But maybe He wants to elevate your position in your judgment or to erase your sins. He can allow bad things to happen to you. You understand? But you do not say Allah has done bad thing to you. No. But sharpun laysa ilayk. You don't say Allah has done bad things to me. No. Yes, you can say calamities before you, tribulations before you. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, whenever He allows some calamities to fall on anyone, it's either of this one. Either He wants to erase your sins, that's why He tries to many times, or He wants to elevate your position in Jannah from lower to higher position. So in any case, it's not cheating you. Allah is not cheating you. وَلَا يَظْلِمُ رَبُّكَ. The next verse,
وَأَقِيمُوا الصَّلَاةَ وَآتُوا الزَّكَاةَ وَمَا تُقَدِّمُوا لِأَنفُسِكُم مِّنْ خَيْرٍ تَجِدُوهُ عِندَ اللَّهِ إِنَّ اللَّهَ بِمَا تَعْمَلُونَ بَصِيرٌ.
وَأَقِيمُوا الصَّلَاةَ وَآتُوا الزَّكَاةَ. Now, Allah is still talking to us. وَأَقِيمُوا الصَّلَاةَ, be steadfast in prayer. Being steadfast in prayer does not mean just pray. No. Allah is asking us to pray. He's asking us to be steadfast. How? He said, if you are going to pray, pray in congregation. وَارْكَعُوا مَعَ الرَّاكِعِينَ. If you are going to pray, pray on time. إِنَّ الصَّلَاةَ كَانَتْ عَلَى الْمُؤْمِنِينَ كِتَابًا مَوْقُوتًا. If you are going to pray, pray the way the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam prayed. Hadith of Bukhari. The Prophet says, "Sallu kama ra'aytumuni usalli." Pray the way you see me pray. So this is being steadfast. Don't just pray anyhow, anytime. No. There are certain times for each prayer. And you follow the methods of the Prophet's prayer. That is Aqimus Salah. Now you are praying, you are steadfast in your prayer. Wa'atu Zakat. Also give out, Zakat. That's charity, just, alms. So you give when you have your wealth, reach what they call nisab. Nisab of different categories of wealth differs. If of animals, they are nisab for goats, they are nisab for cattle, they are nisab for camel, and so on. If you have grain, they are nisab, there's nisab for the grain, and then other things. If you have money, the nisab for money is different. But for money, you can see on your calendars here. Those that arrange the calendars used to write in the south of money. I don't know how much money now if you have going is eligible for zakah. How much is it? Can anyone tell us? Are you with me? Huh? Talk to me. 2 million. Now we are talking. So you see, if you have 2 million naira and above, and then you have this 2 million for yourself for at least 1 year, then it's eligible for zakah. You give out zakah. Zakah for money is just 1/40. 40, then you give just 1 part. That's the zakah for money. So you don't just give zakah the way you just want. No, you have to ask the scholars, nisab, for this kind of wealth, and they will tell you the nisab is total amount, and then you're going to pay zakah for it. Then you give out zakah. And then when you have the right calculation, you don't just give out to anyone. Allah single out 8 categories of people that you give zakat. So if you give zakat outside these 8, then you are not giving out zakat. It's clear. So وَأَقِيمُوا الصَّلَاةَ وَآتُوا الزَّكَاةَ وَمَا تُقَدِّمُوا لِأَنفُسِكُم مِّنْ خَيْرٍ, and whatever you give out of charity, any other good deed you've done for yourself, تَجِدُوهُ عِندَ اللَّهِ, you will have its reward with Allah on the day of judgment. Whatever little thing you give out, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to multiply it to you on the day of judgment. You're going to be very happy with giving that sadaqah. However little, don't belittle what you're going to give out, but always try to see that you give out. If you can dedicate yourself, make it a duty, a habit, that you always give out salah, or we can say you every day give out salah. Because Allah is saying, وَأَنْفِقُوا مِمَّا رَزَقَكُمُ اللَّهُ فِيهِ, give out sadaqah, give out charity from what Allah has given you as wealth. So all this wealth is Allah is giving you to try and see whether you're going to use it dutifully. or not? When you just keep everything for yourself, that is, you just gather wealth and start counting. I have 2 billion, I have 2 billion. Without giving out, there's going to be a time when you will want Allah to give you just 1 hour so that you can set up. ومما رزقناكم من قبل أن يأتي يوم لا not this one. من قبل أن يأتي أحدكم الموت فيقول ربي لولا أخرتني إلى أجل قريب فأصدق وأكون من الصالحين. Allah says there's going to be a time when human beings that refuse to assist others, when their death comes, they will be begging Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to just give them 1 hour so that they do sadaqah. They will give out their belongings because of the importance and value of what you give on earth. Allah said, وَلَنْ يَأْخِرَ اللَّهُ نَفْسًا إِذَا جَاءَ أَجَلُهَا. When it's time for anyone to go, 1 single second will not be delayed, or 1 single second will not, remain before you die. That you will be killed. No. You are going to complete exactly the time Allah has ordained you live on this earth. Even 1 second it will not be subtracted or added. So that is to say, this request is in vain. This request that you're going to ask Allah to give you 1 hour to just do sadaqah, Allah will not grant this request. This is your time, brother and sister. This is the time you're going to give out and you earn your reward. Don't wait until it's your death time. Whatever you say will not be granted. Now that you are healthy and alive, this is the time you're going to give out. And then Allah will reward you multiple times. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَمَا تُقَدِّمُوا لِأَنفُسِكُم مِّنْ خَيْرٍ. Whatever good deed you do for yourself, تَجْدُوا عِندَ اللَّهِ, you're going to have multiple rewards from Allah. إِنَّ اللَّهَ بِمَا تَعْمَلُونَ بَصِيرٌ. Know that Allah is aware and is seeing what you all do. Allah is seeing everything. He's watchful. So don't think that Allah does not know what you are doing. No, Allah knows and He even sees. Allah says what?
وقالوا لن يدخل الجنة إلا من كان هودا أو نصارى تلك أمانيهم قل هاتوا برهانكم إن كنتم صادقين.
وقالوا, now you see the Jews and the Christians will be boasting and saying, لن يدخل الجنة. No one will ever be admitted into Jannah إلا من كان هودا, except the Jew. That's what the Jews say. Everyone is going to have this too, except the Jews, because they want to supremacy in religion or ethnicity. The Christians, on the other hand, will say, no one is going to enter into Jannah except if he's a Christian. And naturally, the Muslims say the same thing. No one is going to Jannah except if he's a Muslim. But then Allah says, Hatu burhanakum, give me your evidences. Now there's no evidence that Allah says only the Jews are going to Jannah. There are no hujjah that says only the Christians are going to Jannah. But we have more than enough evidences that shows that only the Muslims will enter into Jannah. Hatu burhanakum, give me your evidences, your hujjah. In kuntum sadiqeen, if you are truly truthful. Allah says, one of the reasons why we say only Muslims will enter into Jannah. Allah says, now know that Allah accepts this religion and call its name as Muslim, as Islam. Then he said in other verse, whoever worships Allah outside Islam will never be accepted. In the deen in Allah Islam, the religion that Allah approves. Then he said, وَمَن يَبْتَغِي, this is one other evidence. وَمَن يَبْتَغِي غَيْرَ الْإِسْلَامِ دِينًا, whoever worships Allah with anything, in anything besides Islam, فَلَا يُقْبَلَ مِنْهُ, will never be accepted. Who will after من الخاسرين, and in day of judgment is going to be among the losers. Very, many other evidences that shows only the Muslims are going to Jannah. And the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam in one authentic hadith says, لَنْ يَدْخُلَ الْجَنَّةَ إِلَّا نَفْسٌ مُسْلِمٌ. No one will ever be entered into Jannah except if he's a Muslim. But you might decide to say, but how about other prophets and their followers? They are not Muslims. Allah says in the Quran, مِلَّةَ أَبِيكُمْ إِبْرَاهِيمُ وَسَمَّاكُمُ الْمُسْلِمِينَ مِنْ قَوْلُ فِيهَا. So this kind of, deal, calling, to worship Allah alone and obey the Prophet sent to you is called by Ibrahim as Islam. So this name now, it suits the prophets before him and up to this prophet, that's Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And Allah has mentioned that Allah said He has approved to be this name to be, the deed we're going to worship Islam. So all prophets and their followers are Muslims. So if the prophet says no one will enter the Jannah except Muslims, includes all the former prophets, the past prophets. They are all Muslims and their followers. So if you see them in Jannah, you should just know that they are also Muslims. Oh, it's clear. But if you are just calling for supremacy, to tribal supremacy, to say my tribe is superior to your tribe, no one will enter Jannah except my tribe. Allah, will not approve of this. That's why He said, قُلْ هَاتُوا بُرْهَانَكُمْ, say, give us your evidence, in kuntum sadiqin, if you are truthful. But this verse, merged the two statements into one. Allah says, وَقَالُوا لَا يَدْخُلَ الْجَنَّةَ إِلَّا مَنْ كَانَ هُودًا أَوْ نَصَارَىٰ. But these are two separate statements by separate people. The first part by the Jews, the second part by the Christians. The Jews said, لَا يَدْخُلَ الْجَنَّةَ إِلَّا مَنْ كَانَ هُودًا. And the Christians said, لَا يَدْخُلَ الْجَنَّةَ إِلَّا مَنْ كَانَ نَصَارَىٰ. But Allah merged two statements. You understand? وَقَالُوا لَا يَدْخُلَ الْجَنَّةَ إِلَّا مَنْ كَانَ هُودًا أَوْ نَصَارَىٰ. Then Allah says, تِلْكَ أَمَانِيُّهُمْ. These are just their whims and wishes, thoughts that are wrong. قُلْ هَاتُوا بُرْهَانَكُمْ, say to them, give us your evidence. Where is it in the book of Allah, Torah or Injil, that Allah said, only the Jews, this tribe that is going to Jannah, or the Christians, only the Christians will enter into Jannah. Give us evidence. So this is the time for evidence. Whatever anyone says, ask him hujjah. قُلْ هَاتُوا بُرْهَانَكُمْ إِن كُنتُمْ صَادِقِينَ. Even in Islam, if someone says nobody is going to do this, tell him, where did you see this? Is it in the Quran or Hadith? He must give you evidence, because Allah asked the Jews for evidence. So if we ask you evidence for everything you say, it's not to checkmate you, to make sure that you do not lie against Allah or the Prophet himself. So don't shy away from asking for evidence. Hujjah. Why do you say this? What is your hujjah? What is your evidence? Where can we see this? Reference. You understand? Don't just swallow anything anyone commits. Ask him for the evidence. Ask him. It's your right to know from where is he quoting. Is it the Quran or Hadith? Then Allah says, "Wala man aslam."
بلى من أسلم وجهه لله وهو محسن فله أجره عند ربه ولا خوف عليهم ولا هم يحزنون.
Wala man aslama wajhahu. Yes, whoever submits himself to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wa muhsin, and he does good deed. Good deed is following the Prophet sent to him. فَلَهُ أَجْرُ عِنْدَ رَبِّهِ. He has his rewards with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. وَلَا خَوْفٌ عَلَيْهِمْ. And they have no fear of what they're going to meet in the day of judgment. They're going to be happy instead. وَلَا هُمْ يَحْزَنُونَ. They are not going to grieve on what they are leaving behind. So you see, instead of treading on, tribal paths, just like the Jews would say, no one will enter into Jannah except if he's a Jew. Allah said, no, whoever submits himself, that is Islam. Only the Muslims, whether you are Jewish or Christian or what, but you are a Muslim. The Christians in the time of Quran were also Jews. Jews. Isa is a Jew, a Jewish prophet. But just to differentiate them, we say these are Jews, these are Christians. But they are all Jews. So it's not about the tribe, but the faith. If you believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and you practice what the Prophet said to you, taught you, وَلَا خَوْفٌ عَلَيْهِمْ وَلَا هُمْ يَحْزَنُونَ. They have no fear and they have no grief on whatever. So these are the ones going to Jannah. May Allah help us and make us good that are going to Jannah. And learned some time back that every day Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will be freeing a sizable number of slaves of hellfire and writing their names into Jannah. We pray may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala write our names in Jannah. And may He accept all our ibadah and reward us abundantly on the Jannah. Any question, please? Yes, please. No.
For example, you have a 2 million running a business.
No.
It's the money that you have through the transaction with the business that you're going to when it reach one year. All the money you set as a result of that, it's the money that you set as a result of that business.
So if I understand your question, you have, for example, a capital of 2 million now, and you do your business with that 2 million. The question is it the 2 million that's going to give out zakat from, or just the interest this 2 million has accrued? Or when you save 2 million for 1 year, is it this 2 million that you're going to give zakat from? These are different questions, put together. When you save money for 1 year that's eligible for zakat, you're going to give out zakat. This one is, you don't have any discrepancy among scholars. When you save, so most of us have different, accounts. Maybe you have a business account, something that you commit this account or this amount of money for your business. And you commit this amount of money just for day-to-day running of home. Sometimes some of you do that, and you commit this for school fees and other fees. They are all settled. So any money that's eligible for zakat, that stands for 1 year, is eligible for zakat. Whether it's educational, fund, or just day-to-day running of your family, to buy fuel, to prepare this, to buy food for family, and so on. You have to work for zakat. But the question now is, when this amount is committed to business, some scholars will say you calculate everything, including the capital and the markup you get, and then you give out zakat. But some will say no, only the riba that it has approved, the profits, then you count, you calculate if it's up to nisab, eligible for zakah, you give out zakah. And this second opinion is my also opinion. You understand? Because if you calculate zakah from everything, then there's going to be a tendency that one day you will have less than nisab. You understand? And this is very difficult, and Islam is simple. If you have a shop, what we call it, a provisions shop, that means you have to lock up yourself one day and then you start calculating and writing every little thing, even a sweet. And you see, it's difficult. What scholars say is that what they say, teacher is everything that all items for trade, you're going to calculate and give us zakah, or just the accrued profits, the profits. You understand? If you have, estates, you give out estates for rent, you are not going to calculate the value of each house, and then, add the total and give us zakah. But what each house, gives out as rent, then you calculate the total rent collected, and then you give us zakah. It's easier than to every property you have to access it, present value, and then you match everything and give us that. No. But what is the amount, what is the rate you collect for rent? Then you calculate all this. And you can calculate each facility separately because they become, at different months. But it's easier to just have, an accounting month. Maybe January or December, or Muharram, or Ramadan, or Dhul Hijjah. Anyone you choose. Then whenever it comes to calculate, or even the rate you collected yesterday, you total everything and give out. You understand? Instead of saying every month you are going to give, because separate facilities, give returns separately, different months. And the rule is that إذا حول الحول, when it reaches a year. So the year of January is going to be the next January. The one that you collected February, you need to give zakat until February. It's difficult that every month you have to do some calculations. But what scholars will say is just select 1 month and say, let me fix this as my accounting month. So that every month, every January, every February, or every March, or every Ramadan, or every Dhul Hijjah, or every Muharram, just the one you selected, then you're going to make these calculations and give out your zakat. And it's easier. That kind of specs. So please talk to scholars, and then they will guide you. It depends on what facility you have. You have an estate, you have, taxis for hire, or do you have what? They will tell you what to do. So you see, taxes, you are not going to evaluate the car every year. No, but what the car brings in, you just save, you total it and see, yes, from January to now January, it has approved so amount. And this amount is big enough for zakah. Then you give us zakah. You don't need to price the car again. Let the car continue, running the street. It's clear. MashaAllah. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك نشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت نتوب إليك.
وكيف الحال يا تلميذ جميع الحال في النعم.
جزاك الله أستاذي بدار الخلد ذا القمم.
بها أنهار من لبن وخمر ما لها سقم.